Hey everybody, this is Tayson from HEALTHandMED.com bringing you the 7th and final video in our vibration plate series. Today we are going to be focused on our abs as well as our biceps, the two last things that we haven't covered yet. So that's what we're going to be jumping into. I wanted to start off today also by just saying thank you for tuning into these videos. If you've watched other ones, thank you. If you haven't, jump back and watch those. There's a lot of great information. So starting off with today, there will be a couple of these that I'll be doing only with one arm. So make sure that you're doing them with both arms. You're switching back and forth. And then also doing these in sets and repetitions, which we've talked about in previous videos, at least 10 reps and 3 sets. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're gonna start with the bicep section first. The first is just gonna be a basic bicep curl, okay? To do this, it's a little bit easier if you scoot back on the plate so that you have some room in front of you. You can hold on with one hand and you can go ahead and just do that bicep curl. Now some people like to do a static one. They'll hold it, when they're kind of in the middle. That's perfectly fine. This is just a different way to do a bicep curl. While you do it on a vibration plate machine and it's moving around, it's going to enhance the muscle's going to have to bind up a lot more and contract a lot more to keep everything stable, locked, control that weight, and it's just going to give you more benefit by doing it while on a vibration plate machine. Just like with any of the workouts we've done this far. But this is just the basic curl. So you're gonna go ahead and do your 10 reps and 3 sets with the curl. Next is going to be, I grew up calling them lawnmowers, but you're basically pulling that into your back. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and lean forward and sturdy yourself on that plate. You're gonna scoot back so you have plenty of room, bend at the hips, and you're gonna hang that weight below you. Then you're gonna pull it up here and you're gonna be locking this back muscle right here. You're locking that and holding it for a count, letting it back down, pulling it back up. Where most people go wrong with this is they think that this one is strictly a bicep movement. They're trying to curl that weight up and in. Really, this is a back exercise. You're pulling that and tightening in. Yes, it does work your bicep a little bit, but your back is a much bigger muscle. So don't lean and try to pull that up and do all that type of things. Stay stable, use your larger back muscle to pull that up, and that you'll really start to feel that as you go through it. So next we're going to jump into our third workouts, which is where we're going to start with our abs. Okay, the first one is just going to be leg lifts. Now when I was doing these on the vibration plate machine, the easiest thing for me to do was to grasp the tower or to put my hands far back on the plate. Doing that gives me a little bit of stability. Now I'm not the most flexible guy, I'm not the best at this one. What you're going to be doing is pulling those feet straight out in front of you, holding them if you can, and then taking them closer to the ground, but don't touch the ground. You might not be able to see it in the video, but I'm not actually setting my feet back on the ground. I'm getting them close, bringing them back up. So getting them close to the ground, bringing them back up. Now for some people, if you're like me, it's a pretty aggressive workout. So the better way to do this would be to do one leg at a time. It's going to be a lot less. It's not like it's half as hard. It's more like 30% as hard to do one leg. So you might have to bump up your repetitions on this one to get the same workout. But on this one, you do the same exact setup, only you're lifting one leg up, holding it, bringing it close to the ground. You're not setting it down, and you're bringing it back up. So with the leg lifts, you can do them one leg or you can do them 2 leg. The next one, the next exercise is going to be the twist, also known as the Mason twist. So this one, you're going to be crossing your legs, and then you're going to be holding your hands out in front of you and sitting on the vibration plate. You're then going to reach down and try to touch the plate on this side, touch the plate on that side, moving your shoulders and even your head with that. When you move everything with it, it really starts to activate all of these muscles on the sides and in the front of your core here. If you just are moving your arms, what happens is you counteract and you can actually hold this pretty stable. But if you're moving your whole shoulders, you start to move all the core here, and it's going to activate a lot more muscles. You're going to get a lot more benefit out of it. So that's the twist. This one you can bump it up typically. You're not doing it, you can do anywhere from 15 all the way to 30 depending on what skill level you're at. So the final workout here is just going to be the bridge. You've probably done this on flat ground. Well, it gets a lot harder when you start doing it on a vibration plate machine. You're going to set your forearms straight down on the plate, and you're going to hold that bridge. Again, this is one that you can usually hold longer than 10 seconds. So somewhere in between 10 and 30 seconds, you're going to want to hold this workout. And and making sure that you've got those forearms down. Some people, it might be a little aggressive on their forearms. If that's the case, go ahead and lay a towel down, fold a towel a couple times, place it down there, and it'll take any extra pressure that you're starting to have on your arms off of you. So that is an option. So that is the workout for today. It's a little bit shorter, but it's kind of a fill-in for the rest of the things that we haven't had. Make sure you don't avoid doing your core. Your core is so important to being able to use all of the muscles in your body, stay flexible, stay strong, and so make sure you don't skip over this video. Thanks for tuning in to all of our videos in this series. If you have any questions, make sure to jump over to HEALTHandMED.com and we can help get them answered for you. So thanks for tuning in.